All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are putting our English language and literature know-how to, well, the ultimate test. You ready? Let's dive in.
So, let me ask you this. How well do you really know English? I mean, sure, we all use it every single day, but how deep does that knowledge actually go? Well, we're about to find out. I want you to play along with this. So, what we're doing today is breaking down a classic English proficiency test. We're going to look at some of the best questions, piece by piece, and figure out the answers together. Think of it as a way to sharpen our skills, you and me.
All right, round one. And where else could we possibly start but with the master himself? Yep, we're talking about the one, the only William Shakespeare. Let's see how you do.
Wow. Just take a second and let that line sink in. The imagery, the sheer despair, it's got to be one of the most powerful descriptions of guilt ever written. It just kind of hangs there in the air, you know?
Okay, so here's the big question. Where does that line come from? Go through the Rolodex of Shakespeare's great tragedies in your head. Which character is just so completely consumed by what they've done that nothing, not even all the perfumes of Arabia, can wash away that stain?
If you guessed Macbeth, you are absolutely right. That line is spoken by the unforgettable and frankly terrifying Lady Macbeth. Her ambition drives her right into madness, where she's trying to wash imaginary blood off her hands. It's just a chilling, haunting moment.
All right, next question. You know, Shakespeare wasn't just about kings and queens and historical drama. He got into magic, spirits, monsters, the whole shebang. So with that in mind, which play features that famous supernatural character, Caliban?
Yep, that would be The Tempest. And Caliban, what a character. He's one of Shakespeare's most debated figures for a reason. Is he a man? A monster? He's the native of this enchanted island, enslaved by the sorcerer Prospero. So complex, so tragic, absolutely fascinating stuff.
Okay, let's switch gears. We're moving away from the stage and over to the bookshelf. For round two, we're going to broaden our horizons and dive into the world of classic novels and famous poems.
First up, we've got a real titan of Gothic fiction. We're talking about Emily Bronte's masterpiece, Wuthering Heights. It's famous for its wild, passionate, and, let's be honest, completely destructive characters. But who is the one character at the very center of that storm?
It has to be Heathcliff, right? He's the textbook definition of an anti-hero. That brooding, tortured soul whose obsessive, all-consuming love for Catherine Earnshaw is the engine that drives that entire epic story.
You know, some poets get a nickname, a title that just perfectly captures the spirit of everything they wrote. Our next question is about one of those titles. So who is famously known as the Poet of Beauty? That title belongs to John Keats. And it makes perfect sense, right? He's the one who wrote, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." That line pretty much sums it up. All of his work is just celebrated for this incredible focus on beauty, on sensation, on the richness of the world around us.
Okay, let's stay with poetry for just one more question. This one's about a famous but actually unfinished Gothic poem from the Romantic era. It's packed with mystery, supernatural vibes. The poem is Christabel. Any idea who wrote it?
The brilliant mind behind that one was Samuel Taylor Coleridge. I mean, what a legend. A key figure in the Romantic movement, good friends with Wordsworth, and this is the guy who also gave us the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Just incredible. All right, everybody, deep breath. It's time to shift gears. We're moving from what is said to how it's said. Welcome to our final round, the Grammar Gauntlet. This is where we really get into the nuts and bolts and test our mastery of the English language itself. Okay, here's one that trips people up all the time. Active versus passive voice. So the test question is to take the sentence, "Lights decorate the garden," and make it passive. Right now, it's active. The lights are the subject, they're doing the decorating. To make it passive, you just flip it around. The subject becomes the thing being acted upon. So it becomes, "The garden is decorated by lights." See how that works? Okay, ready for a quick fire spelling test? This word catches so many people out. The word is surveillance. How do you spell it? Think fast.
And the correct spelling is L-A-N-C-E. It's that double L in there that's the real trap. It's a simple one, but it's a really good one to get locked into your memory.
Oh, I love this next one. It's such a great little piece of linguistic trivia. Okay, so look at this list of words. Which one of them is actually in the singular form? We have formula, radii, agenda, and oases. Now, at first glance, a couple of those look really plural, right? But only one is considered singular in how we use it today.
Believe it or not, the answer is agenda. Isn't that wild? It's a perfect example of how our language is always changing. Agenda actually comes from the Latin plural of agendum, which meant things to be done. But over hundreds of years, we've started using it to mean one single list of things. So today, it's singular. Oh, and just for the record, radii is the plural of radius, a little piece of linguistic history for you right there.
So, okay, we've tackled Shakespeare, we've talked classic novels, we've even wrestled with the grammar gauntlet. But, so what? Why does any of this stuff actually matter? I promise you, it's about a lot more than just being good at trivia.
Here's the takeaway. Understanding Lady Macbeth's guilt or Heathcliff's rage, that's about appreciating the huge, epic stories that have literally shaped our culture. And mastering something like active versus passive voice, that helps you communicate your ideas with more clarity and more punch. It's all about understanding the deep patterns of our language and hopefully having some fun challenging ourselves along the way, just like we did today.
And that brings me to one last question, and this one's for you. After going through all this, what's the one book, and it could be a play, a novel, a poem, anything, what's the one book you think absolutely everyone should read to get a better handle on the world and on themselves? It's a big question, but a good one to think about. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer.